Is it a foregone conclusion you're losing both Matt Patricia and Josh McDaniels?
Unless something absolutely bizarro happens, yeah, they're both gone. And I think it's time in a lot of ways, and I understand why they would go, too.
Is it time?
I left that dangling in case you wanted to ask.
Yeah, but it feels like Matt Patricia is more valuable of the two coordinators, or am I reading more into that?
I think you're reading more into it. I think that both of them, that's part of the reason it's time. There's a kid, Brian Flores, who's their linebackers coach, who is behind Patricia. He's the defensive coordinator in waiting. He'll most likely ascend. He's a very promising young guy. Arizona actually had him out for an interview as a head coaching candidate. And then Chad O'Shea would come up and replace McDaniels. And I think Josh has passed on so many interviews and opportunities over the years that I think with Tom Brady at 40, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and seek something else. Because if you look at this team and the depth of it, and aside from the quarterback and the tight end, there's a lot of duct tape and, wire holding this team together at this point. So if I'm a guy who's hoping for a head coaching job, I go after we're 13-3 and don't wait to go 10-6.
All right. So Patricia to the Lions, Josh McDaniels to the Colts. Are you curious about, did Patricia turn down the Giants, and are you curious or surprised that McDaniels would want to go into that Colts situation?
From what I understand about Josh and the Colts situation, he feels so comfortable with Chris Ballard that was the place that he kind of wanted to be all along. And that's even with Andrew Luck notwithstanding. I know that Jim Irsay is obviously a wild card to end all wild cards, but McDaniel's relationship with Ballard is such that they're going to be able to share a vision. And that's important because when he was in Denver, the second he got there, he had so much support from Pat Bowlen, but candidly, he was starting to deal with the early stages of Alzheimer's and dementia, and he was forgetting conversations that he had, and that really is what led to the problem with Jay Cutler. And once that went south, then there were other machinations and palace intrigue that, involved itself. Here, I think he feels comfortable in that Ballard and he share a vision. As far as Patricia, I don't know how close it got with the Giants. That felt odd to me that he suddenly emerged as their leading candidate. It seemed like a stretch.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.